Welcome to So Practical, So Fun. If you're ready to learn how to sew, you're in the right place. This is part 1 of the Complete Beginner series. Whether you've never touched a sewing machine or you want to break bad habits and refine your skills, this series is for you. Today we're covering core techniques to help you build confidence and practice the right way from day 1. Don't forget to bookmark this video so that you can come back and practice. So let's get started. Before we thread a needle or waste any fabric, we're going to practice on paper. I created these practice sheets so that you can sew along with me. The link's in the description below, or you can comment PDF below and I'll reply with a direct link. If this is your first time watching, please don't fast forward through any parts of the video. You might miss a crucial point. I like to explain sewing like driving a car because even if you don't drive, you've been in a car, so the concepts will make sense. Your foot pedal is just like the gas pedal, and your hands are going to guide the fabric just like a steering wheel. And just like driving, you're using your foot and hands together at the same time to control your speed and direction. One of the most common questions I get from beginners is, where am I supposed to look while I sew? Do I look right at the needle? Do I look in front of it? Well, just like driving, you don't stare at the road right in front of your bumper the entire time. You need to see what's coming up down the road also. So the answer is that sometimes you'll be looking right at the needle. That's for precision. But often you're looking a few inches ahead, just down the road, to anticipate oncoming curves, line up your edge, and steer smoothly. We're not going to be using any thread yet, so if you haven't already done so, unthread the entire top of the machine and take out the bobbin. We want to keep the needle in so that we can see how we're improving. But this way you don't have to worry about jams, tangles, or tension issues with the thread while you're just learning control. But the needle is just going to punch clean guide holes into your practice sheet. Before we start on the practice sheet, we're going to take a minute and get used to our gas pedal, the foot pedal. Control of the speed is crucial to being able to sew well and safe. Make sure your hands are nowhere near the needle area and lightly press the pedal so that it will sew as slow as possible. The goal here is to get a feel for the speed control. Now try to slowly and evenly increase your speed. And now slowly and steadily bring that speed back down. Stop and take your foot off the pedal. Then put it back on and start again. Whenever you're sitting at your machine but not sewing, get used to taking your foot off the pedal. You may be threading the needle or lining up your fabric. When you stop, practice moving your foot all the way off that pedal. This is for safety, so that you don't accidentally hit that gas while your hands are near the needle. If you're having a hard time feeling the pedal or controlling it, try it without shoes and see if barefoot or just with socks feels better. Once you feel comfortable with this, grab your first practice sheet, page 1. We're going to start here all the way on the left. The goal is to practice steering. Make sure the needle is in the up position. Use the hand wheel on the side, turning it towards you until the needle is all the way up. If your machine has different settings for the needle position, make sure it's in the center position. Now lift the presser foot and line up the paper so that the first guide is right in the center of your presser foot. Once you feel it's lined up, hold the paper in place and lower the foot with your right hand. When I first learned how to drive, the instructor was very strict that I keep my hands at 10 and 2, like a clock, on the steering wheel. That position gave me the most control. We're going to do the same thing here. The hand position is going to be your home base. Learn to control the fabric like this, and you'll get better and faster, just like the pros. It's a light touch, more like fingertips guiding the fabric left or right. This will train you, once we switch to fabric, to not grab the fabric and pull it or stretch it. We're developing really good habits here. Before we start sewing lines, let's look at your machine's gears. I'll be explaining all of this in a lot more detail later, but for now, make sure that your stitch option is set to the straight stitch. If your machine has a stitch length, set it to 2.5 or right between 2 and 3. Now we're ready to practice steering. Place your hands gently on the paper, just guiding and steering, never pushing or pulling. We're using the foot pedal, lightly pressing it down so that we don't sew too fast. Keep those hands at each side and guide the paper so that the main line is straight with the needle. You'll want to be focusing right about here, in front of the foot as you guide the paper. Sew all the way to the end. Use the hand wheel on the side to raise the needle back up, lift the presser foot, and remove the paper. And let's see how we did. Were you able to keep the needle in line the whole time? Don't worry if you veered off the line, that's totally normal. It's going to take some time and practice to get control and build up the muscle memory so that this hand position is comfortable for you. We still have 2 more lines to practice on, so let's do that now. Line up the second guide and let's do this all over again. Try to keep the foot pedal at an even, slow, and steady speed. Keep those hands at each side of the paper and guide it so that the line stays straight with the needle. And don't worry if this feels unnatural. With time, that will go away. Okay, let's see how we did. Any better? Let's do this one more time on the third line. When you start sewing for real, you're usually not going to be lining up your fabric with the center of the needle. Instead, you'll be using the seam allowance guide on the needle plate here. You can see each of these lines has a measurement on them. 3/8 of an inch, 5/8 of an inch, and 7/8 of an inch on this one. The instructions on your pattern will tell you which seam allowance to use. Typically, clothing is sewn at 5/8 of an inch. So let's start with that guideline. Line up the edge of your paper with the 5/8 inch line. Now, instead of looking right at the needle, we're going to be making sure that we guide the paper along this line, keeping it straight and looking ahead to make sure we know what's coming down the road. And you'll notice my hand position is going to change slightly. Instead of 10 and 2 like a clock, I'm going to be at 10 with my left hand, and my right hand is going to be more in this position, more like a 5. Don't let your right hand get too close to the needle area. Use the control of your foot pedal to slow down and then stop when it's time to readjust your right hand. Let the machine pull the paper through while you steer. This is really good practice to get the combination of using your foot and hands in sync with each other. Let's do that again on the next edge of the paper. Line it up with the 5/8 inch seam allowance and then sew that entire edge. If you're having a hard time seeing the seam allowance guideline, make sure that your sewing area is lit well enough. And if it's still hard to see it, go ahead and use a piece of tape. I like washi tape best for this. Line up the tape so that it's right on this line. And then you can bring it all the way to the front to help you see the guideline earlier in your sewing. Now let's finish the 2 other edges as well. If you're brand new to sewing, I do suggest printing out a few more of this page 1 practice sheet and going through this a few more times until driving your machine feels very comfortable and easy. Once you're there, we're going to move on to part 2, where we're going to practice locking in stitches, sewing curves, circles, and pivoting. Happy sewing!